Good evening. Renita Bonadies. I've been attending these meetings and speaking up for over 3 years now. I never cease to be amazed by what I see and hear from this board and the superintendent. We've had 3 meetings in the past 3 months that were 2.25 to 3 hours in length. It was once 2 hours into the meeting before public comments were even heard. Then there was a community meeting to hear about the bond proposals, and it was scheduled as a 1-hour meeting. So last week, we heard about the board working on these bond proposals options for the past 2 years. Then the community meeting took place less than 2 months ago, followed by several focus groups. So for almost 2 years, this board and superintendent were behind closed doors having discussions with business partners and select people, but not engaging with the broader public. You know, the taxpayers that are to fund your dreams and visions. So the statement was made that you tried to get input from the community. You sent a postcard to every household. What more could you have done, you asked? Well, perhaps not waiting until the last 2 months of a 2-year project to engage the community in a real and open format would have helped. You had 200 people from the community take time to come and interact with the superintendent and about the bond proposal. And we all know how that played out, or should I say how the public was played at that meeting. You as board members did not even show up for the biggest community interaction of likely the past decade. Only 3 of you were there and available to interact with the community. 1 was not even running for re-election. Where were the rest of you? Why wasn't it important for you to be there? If you were really concerned about the input from the community for this massive decision, why not attend? Last week, I heard several attempts to blame the public if the bond proposal that is selected turns out to be the wrong one. Comments like, it doesn't really make sense why the public wants option A, and I guess we could give the public what they want even if we believe option B is the better option. Instead, we'll just come back in 5 to 6 years and do the right thing. It seems like you're already taking the Pontius Pilate approach to decision making. Perhaps instead, you could take ownership of the fact that you've done a very poor job involving the community and in this process over the past 2 years, and now you are forcing something through without the community's support. Each of you were elected to do the will of the people and given the responsibility to hire the superintendent to oversee the education of the children in this community. If anything fails, you don't get to blame the public. It is your responsibility, period. If this bond proposal doesn't seem like it's going in the right direction, maybe you need to stop and do a better job interacting with the community and giving them more than lip service. Do a true town hall meeting, let the questions be asked publicly and answered for all to hear. Don't shut them down after just 4 people out of 200 are allowed to ask questions. Thank you.